Hi guys, and welcome back. Today I wanted to bring you along for an informational video. There are so many new canners out there, so many people that are wanting to garden and preserve their own food, and so I wanted to jump on to give you guys my top 3 resources that I use for canning. A lot of comments recently on my channel about, how to can, and can I do this when I can I add this when I can, and I'm going to kind of do brief guidelines on the things you can and can't can, but more importantly the resources to where you can do your own research and use your best judgment, which I think is a very important thing to do. There are so many different websites out there, bloggers, and there's so many YouTubers that are canning, and some of them are not doing an approved method. So that's why I say always do your research. Now when it comes to what you can and can't do, so the things that you can not can with is dairy and grains, so pasta, flour, cornstarch, stuff like that, and then of course your cream, your milk, cheese. None of that is approved for canning. Now, people do it. However, it is not an approved method. I have no judgment for people that do it. If you are one of those people, for myself and my own opinions on the matter, botulism is a very real thing, and I would not be able to live with myself if I was the reason someone in my family got botulism because I chose not to follow guidelines. But that's just me. It's too scary for me to be a rebel canner. I will every now and then change up some things maybe, but it's only because there is another approved method for the thing that I'm changing it up on. And I go over that whenever I do that in a canning video. I always explain why it's still safe to do. The only other thing I want to mention is there are older canning books, and some older outdated canning books will have where you can can with flour or cornstarch, or I think some of them even have milk, but there's been research done that says that's no longer safe to do. So I just follow the research. It's better to me to open up that jar of, say, cream soup and add the cream fresh. It has such a better flavor, so I don't mind it at all. The same with thickening. I used to use the clear gel, which is the approved thickener. There's clear gel and I think the other's Thermflow. You can buy them online. They are the approved ways you can thicken, but I still think it tastes better just to do it fresh once you open the jar. So all this goes right along with do your own research beforehand. If they're using something that's outdated, it may have the wrong information. That's no different than and I know other places around the world you can't get a pressure canner, so they still do it the method I'm getting ready to say, but they did research to where way back in the day you water bath canned everything. You water bath canned meats. Now that is not the recommended way, and again I realize that there are some places that still do it the only way that they can, but that is the research that's been done, is that it doesn't actually kill the botulism like I guess they originally thought. But anyway, my top 3, I will leave a link down below to them. They should all be easy to come by. One is free, actually. The first one is this book. This is the all new Ball Book of Canning and Preserving. This is wonderful. This is especially wonderful if you want to be creative, think outside the box, or feel like you're thinking outside the box. Some of the stuff, you'll be canning it and you'll be like, I can't believe I'm able to actually can this, because there's savory jams, there's very unique jams. The melon jam I made a while back, that came from here. There's meals in a jar. This is a very good book if you want already pre-done stuff. And I'm actually going to be canning up the pot roast in a jar and the stroganoff in a jar here very shortly on my channel. So you'll get to see that. But this also has fermenting, curing, freezing, and dehydrating all in this. And this also has recipes. So it has the caramel sauce, for instance, in here that you can, and then it has a recipe using it. It does that a lot in this. So it's a really good book to have. I really enjoy it. Like I said, it's a lot of already made stuff, so a sauce where all you need to do is add pasta, or the meals in a jar, because they have it for chicken. They have seasoned vegetables, so not just canning potatoes, but canning herbed potatoes. Actually, I think it's Mediterranean herb potatoes, and stuff like that. It's fun. And if you're one of those people that are afraid that you'll get bored with just the basic stuff and want to be a rebel canner, this is the book for you. Highly recommend. The other book that I recommend is also from Ball. It is the Guide to Preserving. This one is amazing. I mean, look at all the tabs I have saved. This is amazing if you want to be an ingredient canner. This has all your well, not all the vegetables, but it has a lot of vegetables and fruit that are just basic, like strawberry jam, or canning green beans, or canning baked beans. It does have some soups in here. It has all your meats, so anywhere from crab meat to duck to wild game, spare ribs, all in this. It has all the stuff that you need. Pickles, pickled beets. It does have some freezing, I believe, in here. You have your pickles, your relishes, all that's in here. This is a great starter book. Actually, I mean, I think both of them are. If I were going to be a hardcore canner and start canning, I would go ahead and get both of them. You're pretty much going to be set with these two. And they're the newer ones, so it's all approved. So you don't have to worry about that. The last one I want to tell you about is one that I also use a lot, and it's available for free. It's a website, and I'll leave the website down below. It's the National Center of Food Preservation website, but you can print it out in book form. They have a link on their website to where you can print out the whole book, a table of contents, and then I just hole punched it and put it in a binder and put tabs for the different sections. It has so many things. If I can't find something, if I'm wanting to can something and I can't find it in those two books I just showed you, I look in this or on the website, and it's most likely there. It's a wonderful resource. Now, you can buy it already bound. I believe it's $10, maybe on Amazon. I'll try to look and leave a link if I can. But it's you can get it already bound and then sent to you, but this was free. And it's such a good website. It has, let me do a canned one. I'm doing mushrooms right now, so let me just go to my mushrooms. That's what I am actually in the middle of canning, are mushrooms. So, that is not mushrooms. It's also not mushrooms. Okay, so you would go to your mushrooms. A table of contents for this section will tell you what your mushrooms are. It tells you the quantity that you would need for a full canner load. It tells you the quality that you want to look for whenever you're choosing them. the procedure to get to the actual canning point. And then it also gives you, whether you're using a dial gauge pressure canner or a weighted gauge pressure canner, the sizes that you're allowed to can for that particular, whether it's hot pack or cold pack, the processing time, and then also the amount of pressure for your altitude. Amazing resource. So I highly recommend it. So that is everything. I hope that this gave you some ideas on what you can and can't use, how to use better judgment, and then also some great resources to help you as you start your canning adventure, because I'm telling you, once you start, you are not going to want to stop. So I hope that this was at least somewhat helpful, or at least reminding some people about some resources out there that they may have forgotten about. I will see you guys on my next video. Thanks for watching.